Suggestive. Provocative. Divisive.
Sorry, I can only apologise for that imagery. They're like bad dreams in the night. Yes, fans of the Emily Brontë original, look away now, because there's a new adaptation of the book everyone pretended to read for their GCSEs in town, and it already seems to be challenging all the right people. The third film from cinema's reigning provocateur-in-chief, Emerald Fennell, Wuthering Heights, is loosely based on the classic 1847 novel of the same name. So loosely, in fact, that even its title seems to want to distance itself from the source material, being rather conspicuously draped in quotation marks. So what exactly is this film trying to be? A provocative pastiche? An unholy homage? A bawdy based on? Well, it evidently characterises itself as being inspired by the book, at least if the trailer is anything to go by, and so far, one teaser and a trailer are all we have to go by. But boy, did they tease. And trail? Nah, that doesn't really work. Well, how about a sail? That'll do, and they certainly were an attack on the senses. Literature's most toxic love interest, Heathcliff, is portrayed by Fennell favourite Jacob Elordi. And oh lordy, Elordi does not like to wear a shirt. Here he is shirtless, showing off some scars on his back. There he is again, gathering hay whilst also having forgotten to put on a shirt. And just in case you were wondering what he looked like in a shirt, there he is, finally fully clothed in a dusky bedroom before, well, you guessed it, whipping his shirt off. Contrasting Elordi's greased-up torso and castaway-esque facial hair is Margot Robbie's cut-glass Kathy, perfectly inhabiting the roles of both a prim and proper posho and a grass-eating, wall-licking, corset-snapping maniac. Clearly, there's room there to explore the consequences of a society that constrains women both hierarchically and emotionally, and if those consequences involve scoffing a lawn or two, then so be it. Yep, it might put the bonk in bonkers, but it's not just the viscerally explicit imagery that's caught people's attention here. Everything about this retelling seems designed to provoke a reaction, and I'm here for it. For one, both lead actors seem so deliberately, gloriously miscast. Too old, too famous, certainly too Australian to convince as star-crossed teenagers cast adrift in the Yorkshire moors, and yet somehow Brontë Down Under works. When Elordi growls at Robbie that
I can follow you like a dog to the end of the world.
The line genuinely sizzles with pent-up desire, instead of sounding like the type of threat Liam Neeson might make whilst invoking a very particular set of skills. It's also an entirely made-up quote. Nowhere does it appear in Bronte's original text, nor does the equally evocative
So kiss me, and let us both be damned.
That wraps up the trailer. Clearly, Emerald Fennell is unafraid to take artistic license over the narrative and breathe new life into its old bones. There's also the gleefully era-bending fashion, with early 2000s indie sleaze aesthetics and sheer eccentric numbers that wouldn't look out of place in Saltburn. Not to mention Fennell's trademark splashes of bold colour against contrasting pale palettes. Gosh, I almost sounded intelligent there. In short, this probably isn't one for the Brontë purists, but goodness knows we've had enough tepidly faithful adaptations of this book to last a lifetime. Finally, here's one that is brazenly unfaithful, which is surely more in keeping with the actual themes of the novel itself, because despite the trailer trying to convince us that this is the greatest love story of all time, it is in fact a brutal tale of rejection, snobbery, and psychopathic revenge. And if you're still thinking, that sounds like a perfectly normal love story to me, then buddy, you might want to seek help. Wuthering Heights is released right before Valentine's Day, and let's be honest, it's going to make for some pretty incredible / memorable / highly uncomfortable dates. So grab your bay, book your tickets, and let you both be damned.